Hey guys, I just want to sit down and chat with y'all today because it has been officially 1 year since the birth of Misfit and Nerdy, and so much has changed. When I started this channel a year ago, I had purple hair. That's kind of a change. This channel has seen me go through my bangs phase. I still kind of want bangs back. I'm not really sure. I kind of want to do it, but they grow out so fast that I don't know if it's worth it. First of all, I do want to say a big thank you to everyone who has chosen to follow me on this journey. Whether you started at the very beginning and found my channel with my purple-haired favorite trail mix recipe video, or if you just recently subscribed and are just getting on the nerdy gains train. You guys have all been so supportive and lovely and amazing. I was looking back at my old videos the other day and I realized how much my diet and my lifestyle and just my view on health and fitness in general has changed. So I just want to sit down and talk about that really quick because I feel like on YouTube it's so hard to change and evolve, because once you say something on the internet, it's on the internet permanently, and if you say something that contradicts it, people will be like, but you said this over here before, so what's true? But this is a fitness journey and this is a health journey, and the journey really never stops. You're constantly learning and growing and changing and evolving, and there's constantly new research coming out, and the science changes as we learn more about the human body. And so you have to be okay with admitting that you were doing something that you thought was good, but you have discovered is no longer good, and then you have to be okay with changing your ways accordingly. So I just wanted to chit chat about the different ways that I have changed my diet and fitness and lifestyle, etc. in the last year, because I think a lot of people think that maybe I've always been this healthy, or I've always wanted to live this lifestyle that pursues, you know, being healthy as long as possible, but that's not the case. It has taken me a long time to get here. You know, if you watch my videos from a year ago, I probably say some stuff that I don't agree with now. So all these changes that I'm about to talk about came about pretty gradually. None of them were like a light bulb turned off and suddenly I was able to do something else that was better for me. No, it was a process of learning and realization and slowly incorporating these things into my lifestyle. So the first thing, exercise. My way of exercising has definitely changed a lot in the last year. A year ago, I was still doing the same workouts over and over. I had gotten a set of workouts from the weightlifting class that I took, and I was just cycling through those and did that for probably about a year. And since I was still within like the first 2 years of even starting lifting, I still had some of the newbie gains and was still seeing changes in my body, which is why I think I didn't really feel the need to change it. But smarter programming probably would have taken even better advantage of the newbie gains. So now I'm doing a phased workout program, and how this works is you spend a certain amount of time training for like strength, and then right as your body starts to adapt, you switch to a new training style so that you can keep moving forward and your body doesn't plateau. And the last year I've learned how important that is and how much of a difference phased training can make and just good programming can make. A year ago, all I was doing was training for hypertrophy. I never lifted like less than 8 reps. I never lifted more than 12 reps. It was all just the 8 to 12 rep range, 3 sets, rest for a minute, etc. Now I'm more focused on making sure my strength is well-rounded and training in different rep ranges, and also working on mobility. About 8 or 9 months ago maybe, I started incorporating stretching a little bit more into my routine, but after about a month I stopped. But since the new year, I have been committed to adding more flexibility of mobility training into my workouts, and I've actually seen a huge difference. Like, it used to be really hard for me to touch my toes, and some days I couldn't touch my toes. Now I can consistently reach down and just touch my toes. And I'm still slowly working on incorporating this more into my training. I kind of failed at my New Year's resolution, but like at least I went through with it. I said I was gonna schedule a physical therapy appointment by the end of February. Well, I scheduled it and it's tomorrow, so at least I scheduled it. I'm going to physical therapy, gonna figure out what is wrong with the like alignment of my body so that I can start working on specific mobility exercises to correct it. So I've gotten to a point now, a year after starting my channel, where I am kind of really just at the beginning of doing my mobility work. Hopefully a year from now, I will be super mobile. And you know that book, the book Becoming a Supple Leopard? I will be a supple leopard. If you don't know that book, you should totally check it out. I got it for Christmas. I haven't read it yet, but I really need to. But yeah, essentially my training style is very different from how it was a year ago. As far as my diet goes, a year ago I was so much more focused on macros. If something was high in protein, I was like, heck yeah, I'm gonna grab that, that looks awesome. I wasn't really flooding my body with a ton of stuff that was just high in protein, but was also junk, but I did use a few different products that I was super into, but have like zero nutritional value. Don't get me wrong, I love Flapjacked. They're great, but their stuff has like no nutritional value. For those of you who don't know, Flapjack makes protein pancake mixes and protein muffins, which are freaking incredible, by the way. It's literally just like a mix with added protein, and there's no nutritional benefit. There's very minimal vitamins and minerals and anything that actually helps your body function optimally. I was also buying Halo Top by the pint. Like, that stuff is good, and it's really good if you're tracking macros. It's so macro friendly. However, when I started to learn about sugar alcohols and the potential damages that they can cause to your body, I was like, maybe I should not eat that. And so I slowly started phasing Halo Top out of my life. And now I focus so much more on the micronutrients and where my products are sourced from and how processed they are. And now I'm at a point where if you asked me to build my perfect ice cream, it wouldn't be Halo Top, even though that fits so nicely into macros. It would be something like either a full-fat dairy ice cream sourced from cows that were pasture raised and not fed any hormones, and maybe like coconut sugar or some other kind of more healthy sugar. And also, I'm a really big fan of coconut milk ice cream, so any kind of coconut milk ice cream that's like less processed, more whole ingredients, that would be my ideal ice cream, even though it'd be pretty hard to fit into my macros and it wouldn't have a ton of protein. A year ago, I was eating specifically to fuel my training. I knew I had to fuel my body so that I could recover, so that I could continue to lift heavy and grow my muscles. But today, I eat for my health. And part of my health is fueling my training, but it's also paying attention to more of the little things. I'm trying to buy more local, more organic. I am morally opposed to added sugar in things like bacon and chickpeas. Like, why? Those are supposed to be savory. Why do you have to add sugar in everything? I also try to find products without like guar gum and xanthan gum and citric acid, because those are like preservatives and other things that just don't need to be in there if you plan on consuming the product immediately. I'm focusing a lot more on cutting out all the excess fluff and just eating a diet based on whole, unprocessed foods. I also used to be so much more precise about my calories. I was tracking my calories almost every day and trying to hit my macros really accurately, which is totally fine. But now I'm at a place where I just don't really want to do that. I don't feel the need to do that because I'm happy with where I am. And so I meal prep according to my macros, but sometimes I'll have a snack, sometimes I might not finish something, and it all kind of ends up balancing out and being a-okay. There's also 2 huge nutritional myths that I believed a year ago that I'm so glad I'm done believing. The first is the anabolic window, where you have to like consume your protein within 30 minutes of completing your training or else all of your gains will be gone. I actually did a Science Sunday post about this, so if you're like, but Marissa, you have to have your protein after training, I'll link it down there. Go read it. TLDR though, as long as you're not training twice in one day, you're not training fasted, if you have a good source of protein within like 4 hours before training and within like 4 to 6 hours after training, you're gonna be totally fine. Another thing that I was doing that I have since realized that the science does not support at all is taking BCAAs. I think I just heard a few of you gasp, what, Marissa? BCAAs aren't supported by science? No, they're not. And I know this is a very controversial thing, because once people like spend their money in something and invest in it, they don't want to be proven wrong and told that they wasted their money. But if you have BCAAs, you wasted your money. Unless you work out fasted. If you work out fasted, they do show some benefit. I was so into BCAAs that like 2 weeks after I started taking them, I went and convinced my mom to buy a bunch too. I was like, Mom, this is gonna repair all your muscles. It's gonna prevent you from losing muscle mass while you work out. I told her all of the marketing lines that are associated with BCAAs, and I sold her on them. And now I'm telling her not to use them and that she wasted her money. Whoops. But before you all yell at me, save that for the video where I actually talk about this in depth and show all the science and talk about why BCAAs are pointless. I will get to that in another video. But yeah, just for now, I don't take BCAAs anymore. Also, most of them are jam-packed with a bunch of artificial stuff that like I just don't want in my body. As long as you're getting enough protein in your regular diet, you don't need them. As far as my stress levels have changed in the last year, I think I'm actually a lot more stressed now, and this has become a bigger thing that I need to work on that I didn't really have to think about as much before. I've said this a million times, stress is one of the 4 main pillars of health, and it is so important. If you are chronically overstressed, it can severely impact like everything in your life, including how your body changes. A year ago, I was able to use my gym time as my me time and kind of a meditative time. I would spend an hour and a half at the gym 5 days a week, and I absolutely loved it. And it was just a chance for me to be in my own little bubble, doing my own thing, and I kind of don't have that anymore. I'm trying to train every other day. I'm not always able to do that because of time constraints. I just have so much more going on, so much less free time. So one thing I think I'm really gonna try to be working on in the next year is how to decrease my stress levels despite the lack of time. So I'm probably not gonna find a way to get more time in the next year, but I just need to stop stressing about the little time that I do have and know that I am capable and I can get things done even when I don't have a lot of time. Moving on to how my sleep has changed. This one's kind of more boring. There's really not much change. I think I prioritize sleep a little bit better now. I don't have any like final projects and deadlines except when I'm trying to get these videos up on time. But I definitely think I'm better at prioritizing sleep and not procrastinating for hours on going to bed. So yeah, those are the big things that have changed in my health and fitness lifestyle over the last year. And I want to emphasize that I'm not trying to say that if you're at the very beginning of your health and fitness journey that you should immediately jump to trying to be like the Marissa of today, because it's not all or nothing. It's a gradual process of learning and adjustment. And if you had taken Marissa 5 years ago and been like, you're gonna live like this Marissa of the future, I would have been like, no. Probably would have tried it and quit after 2 days. And over the course of your own health and fitness journey, you have to be open to learning, and you have to be open to diverting your path from your original path if you learn that what you were originally doing might not be the best option for you. If a year from now, all of the science and research starts to show that fasting is a bad thing and it's clearly not biased and clearly shows us something new that we discovered about the body that makes it clear that like it could actually be extremely harmful, I will stop fasting. So as you continue down your health and fitness paths and I continue down mine, just know that this is a gradual process. If you accept this and learn to love the learning process itself, it will make your entire journey so much more fulfilling and successful in the long run. And those are my YouTube-iversary words of wisdom. Let me know down in the comments how your outlooks on health and fitness have changed in the last year, what things you've changed in your life because of things that you've learned, etc. Please give this video a thumbs up because it really does support me and my channel. Share this video with your friends and your family and neighbors and anyone you think might need to hear this message, and subscribe. Hit that little notification button so you don't miss any future videos, and I will see you very soon. Bye!